Thank you. All right, cool. Let's get going. All right, let me know if you can see my screen. All right, guys.
Yep, we can. We can.
Fabulous. All right, cool. So hopefully we have some markups today, but before I look for anything, I'll quickly show you guys how to put your settings on. So the first thing you do is come to indicators and then just write in moving. Click on moving average, that should come up. And then the next one you want is MACD. So just write in MACD, comes up. Once you've got them two, you're good. So with the moving average, just go to the settings, change it to 10. So when it comes to moving average, it just means for every 10 candles, this line would tell you where the average of where the candles are going. Just it's basically the average of it's going to be an uptrend or a downtrend for every 10 candles. Okay, I'm not someone that looks at every single technical part when it comes to the indicators. I just do the basics. Okay, then go to style and just turn it a bit darker. So you want to just crank up the color and turn the line nice and thick so you can see it. Once that's done, you then want to go to MACD, go to the settings, change the top one to whatever color you want, just not red or blue. So I'm going to use orange in this example. Once you've done that, again, crank up your colors, turn it nice and thick. 1 second. Let me just move the bottom thing 1 sec, guys. So yeah, turn it nice and thick and then go to your MACD, again, pump it up. So a bit darker and then come to signals. Don't need to click on that, sorry, you can leave that. Again, make it a bit darker just so everything's nice and clear. Okay, once you've done that, you just need to click over here and you need to save it. So every time you now come onto the Harmonic Scanner, it's already saved for you. So I can now load my chart. Okay, once that is loaded, so let's move that around. Once it's loaded, you're good to go. So my rules are, if it's on the hour 1, again, I will stress this again, you do not have to follow this style because the risk to ratio isn't the best, but from back testing, it has been working for me. Does every single one win? No, but the majority will, okay? So if it's on an hour 1, you're looking for 20 pips, take profit, and your stop loss will be 30, okay? 20 pips TP, stop loss 30. If you're on the 15-minute, you're looking for 10 pips TP, 20 pips stop loss. Some people within my family do 10 pips and 30, but to me that's quite a big risk. So I just do 10 pips TP, 20 pips stop loss, okay? So an example of this is right here. This one, that's actually not too bad. So this one right here, for example, this is a perfect example. This is a sell in this example, but we're going to focus just on what we can see right now, okay? You don't need to use the RSI, so you can X that off if you want to. So your main focus is, if it's a buy, you're looking for the blue candles to be above the moving average. And you're looking for the blue signal line to be above the red, if it's a buy, okay? If it's a sell, you're looking for the red candles to be underneath the moving average, and you're looking for the blue line to be underneath the red. It's just a signal line, okay? Again, don't worry about the big terms and the reasons, just know the simple rules. For sell, underneath the moving average, blue underneath the red. Buy, blue candles above the moving average, blue signal line above the red, okay? That is your basics. And what I was saying to one of the girls today that I was helping do this is that sometimes you don't even need to pay attention to what the scanner's calling. If the movement is happening, you can jump in, okay? So for example, the scanner called a sell, but we've missed it. Now that the price has gone above, we could have took it. It's on the 1 hour, so you would have been looking for 20 pips. So say for example, you got in around here, the blue is above, you look down, the blue line is above the red, blue candle above, moving average, down here is connecting. From here, we only want what, 20 pips? So we would have made money just from this, okay? I know the scanner is calling a sell and this might be a bit too advanced, but if the scanner is calling a sell and the sell's finished and you see price coming back up above your moving average, As long as you've got a candle that starts moving away and the blue signal is moving up, you can also take this trade, okay? But let's just focus on it going using the actual scanner. So let's now look at some live trades. I'm hoping there, please give me at least one. So again, these ones here, 1, 2, 3, we're getting ready, okay? Nothing's happening. Why is it not happening? We need the blue buy candle to be above the moving average. And we need the blue signal line to be above the red, okay? So they're just not ready. Keep looking. Okay, this is getting ready. So Euro CAD is one to keep an eye on. We need, what's the time now? Okay, so we need this candle to close above, so it won't really happen until 2 p.m. But write in your notes, guys, Euro CAD, hour 1, this is your broker. Have a look at this again at 2 p.m. Okay, because I can't stay on this call for too long, but have a look at this at 2 p.m. If the candle closes above, you don't get in, you still wait, okay? Because you want it to start moving away from the moving average and you need your blue above your red. If you get them confirmations, you get in for the buy. It's an hour time frame. So your TP will be 20 pips, your stop loss will be 30. So what you'll do, once you get your confirmations, again, you need the buy candle to close above your blue moving average. As soon as it's 2 o'clock and it has literally started around here and you start moving up, leave it for about 10 minutes. If you've got your confirmation here and your confirmation down here, the blue above the red, you get in. MetaTrader 4, Euro CAD, and you push buy. Make sure your lot size is obviously for your account. As soon as you push buy, come back to Harmonic Scanner and then set your TP and your stop loss. So say, for example, the candle was here, you would just go 20 pips up, push Alt-H, double click to make it a bit darker so you can see it. And I always make my TP line green, okay? So we're pretending right now there's a candle here, okay? Then say, for example, we entered here, you'll then do 30 down, Alt-H, turn it red. Then I'd go back to my MetaTrader 4, go to modify, and that would be my TP, that would be my stop loss, okay? But that's an example. So keep your eyes on a Euro CAD at 2 p.m. Set an alarm on your phone if you need to, okay? I'm gonna do the same thing. Set an alarm, and if at 2 p.m. it's closed above your moving average and your blue is above your red, you get in. But leave it about 10 minutes, because it's an hour, and then you get in, okay? So that's one to look for. Okay, the buy's finished. 1 second, let me look at what's all horizontal line. So you can either come over here and click on horizontal line to make it, or on your keypad, push ALT, so Alt, then H, and that's a quicker way to get a horizontal line, okay? Right. So even though this is finished, it's come back under. So I want to see what it wants to do, no problem. I want to see what it wants to do. So again, USD CAD, as long as the scanner doesn't get rid of it, you've got this to keep your eye on as well, because it has come under. We obviously missed it, which is fine. It's come back up. See, a moving average is sometimes used as a support and resistance. Price likes to keep bouncing off it. So again, even though this is a buy example, we can still look for a potential sell, because we only want 20 pips and dip. But let's keep moving. While you guys are, oh, look at this, annoying. While you guys are alone, let's just stick to a simple rule of if it's a buy, we're looking for buys. So this happened at 12 o'clock, we missed it. This would have been a perfect example again. What happened? Once it got about 10 minutes in, so say for example, this was about 10 minutes in. So imagine this here has not happened. We've only got this one candle here. So imagine it got to about there. We look down, the blue is literally flying above the red. You'd go to MetaTrader 4, Great British Pound New Zealand, push buy, come back to here. Imagine if the candle was only here. This has not happened. Candle was just here. 20 pips up, destroyed it. 30 pips stop loss. you would have obviously won this trade. Now, if there's anybody who wants more than the 20 pips, obviously you can, but I'm pip and dip when it comes to this strategy. But if you want to continue, you can, and all you would do is put a stop loss. Okay, you'll just put the stop loss and you'll let this ride without a TP. And all you'll do, because it's an hour time frame, you'll check it like every hour, hour and a half. As soon as the candle goes underneath the moving average, you'll know to get out. So in this example, you'd still be in this trade and you would have made, 1 second. You would have had, I laugh because I think, oh, really? You would have had 129 pips right now and you'd still be in this trade. And knowing that you're this far up, you would know to move your stop loss tighter. So I would have moved my stop loss to this little red candle here. So my stop loss would have been here right now if I saw this trade. Okay. Move it, okay, we move. There's always opportunities within the market. Obviously here, this was called, that was yesterday, but that would have been a good trade. See how price has come back to it and it's selling again? I wouldn't get in. The reason why is the sell is still happening, but I haven't back tested enough to know that we can get in again. So it's gone down, it's respected the moving average and it has come back down again. So yeah, you've got this bit here. So from this candle here and the blue is under and you would have got your 20 pips potentially, let's check. But I like to catch it when it's at the top, not catch it when the move's already happened. So give me about another 2 weeks, guys, and I'll now back test scenarios like this to know if we can still jump in. Because if we did, we would have hit our 20 pips because it's on the hour. But scenarios like this, give me 2 weeks and I'm going to start back testing scenarios like this, okay? Because our main focus is to catch it up here. If from here, for example, it started going for the buy and these indicators here was the blue was then above the red, then I would have tried to then grab the buy as well because that's obviously a pullback before the sell. But this scenario here where it's just come to respect it and continue falling, I'll start our back test. All right, cool. Let's have a look on the 15. As you can see, I don't really pay any attention to my broker. Hey, all right, this looks cute. So who's this? AUD CAD. 15 minutes. So right now it's pushing below, but the MACD, we've got our confirmation from the MACD. We're waiting for the candle this time round. Okay, so the blue is above the red, fab, that's ticked off. We now need a blue buy candle to be above the moving average for us to want to get in. So the next candle's coming in 8 minutes. We'll see what it's going to do. This candle might turn into if this closes as a buy candle, then we can mostly get in for our next candle. If this closes as a sell candle, we have to wait for our following candle. If that next candle is a buy and it's a strong buy, we can get in. If it's a weak buy candle like this, then you need to wait another 15 minutes. Okay, there's no point rushing. You only want 10 pips. 15-minute time frame, 10 pips and dip. Okay, because when we got this buy candle here, that was a good candle, but if you look down, the crossover hadn't happened. If you got this buy candle here, look down, it has happened. So I would have wanted to have got in here, but now we've got a red sell candle. You're not encouraging me to get in. Okay, so if we did enter this trade at this candle here, which would have been fine, we would have went up 3 pips, back down, we're on 5 pips, so we're just waiting. So this is another good potential, guys. AUD, was that the one I said before? Can someone help? What did I say before for you guys to watch? Was it EuroCAD?
It was EuroCAD, Shiv.
Okay, cool, fab. Let me just write that myself right now. So EuroCAD, so this one is AUD CAD. So keep your eyes on this one as well, guys, okay? So I might still be on this call in the next 8 minutes and we'll see what it does, okay? I'll write it down now. Let's keep going. AUD, USD, again, another one to keep your eyes open for because, all right, we've missed the move here, but it's okay, it's come back. Yeah, another one to wait for. Because it's still near entry is why when it goes up and comes back down, I feel more confident to say, right, we can get in. But when it's played out and then it comes back to the moving average is why I'm like, guys, just wait a sec. But looking at this one, don't worry about these little candles. Yes, it's going into a sell, but it's every 15 minutes. It's fine. So we'll have a look at this as well. Who's this? AUD USD. AUD USD 15 minutes. The other one was 15 and EuroCAD was an hour. Okay, cool. So as you can see, I just literally note down what's happening. So I know I might set an alert on my phone. So I've always got something to do in this house. Right now I've got my niece. So I'll just set an alert on my phone to keep an eye on this. So the next candle's in 5 minutes. So we see what's going to happen. Here, right. Oh, could I jump? So I wouldn't even pay attention to you. Okay, cool. So now there's not really anything else. I'll have a look at another broker. Okay, I'm still at the top, so we're not ready. UJ, still below, we're looking for a buy, it's not ready. GJ, still waiting for it to come underneath because it's a sell, we want it to come underneath. We're waiting for the blue to cross underneath the red, so we're still waiting. And obviously these are the ones that was on the other one. So yeah, it's literally a waiting game. So Kay, I don't know if you want to have a look at anything of yours and we can have, and I'll keep an eye on this while you're showing your strategy, yeah?
Okay, cool. Awesome. So guys, if you enjoyed that, if you think like, wow, maybe I might just stick to that strategy, let me know. Because at the end of the day, what we're going to be doing now at 1 p.m., we're going to be doing Shivonne's way of doing it and my way of doing it. And so you guys will have the ability to learn both. And then let's say, for example, you like one day, and then the next day you say, actually, I don't want to risk too much on my account today. I want to go for this 20 pips and dip. Then you can do Shivonne's way. Okay. So I haven't actually looked at the scanner. So that's the first time I looked at the scanner all day. I was kind of just looking at the old trades that we took. So SZD USD, we called that yesterday I think we recorded it on the live call yesterday. Another one that we called on the live call yesterday, not catch up your way, been in that for days. I think we called this one on the live call yesterday as well. Okay. Oh wait, you guys can't even see my screen. Oh, you can. Okay. So even on harmonics, I think only one person caught that actually. Who caught this? Cheryl. So we marked this up yesterday on live on the call. And if you took that, then you caught 170 pips. Okay. So again, let's go over so again, the harmonic scanner works. Now, if you want to go for 20 pips, go for 20 pips. Okay. If you know, if that's more likely to get you a higher win ratio, please do so. This is just for maybe the ones that maybe want to hold their trades for a little bit longer, but we really don't care, because if you take 3 to 4 harmonic scanner trades a day at 20 pips a piece, that's 100 pips. 5 trades, 20 pips each, you've made 100 pips. So either you hold one trade and make 100, or you strategically get your pip and dip. It doesn't really matter. So long you make your percentage for the day, everyone's happy for you. And we just care that you make money, okay? So let's go through those scans, but on a larger time frame, because I haven't actually marked up anything today. I actually just took a break and I just slept like a baby. All right, cool. So let's go through this. So I'm not too fussed about my broker, but I just have loyalty to Traders Way and thingy. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. All right. So what I'm even gonna do, just so you guys can have it on my screen as well, because I think it would help if you just always see it. Let me do the indicators as well, just so I have it. Not that I'm too gonna use it too much. Well, I might do. You never know. So let me just set that up. We don't need RSI. That's fine. Let's move it. Is the moving average here? Where's it gone? It's not there.
To the left, there. Just got to make it darker, that's why.
Okay, cool.
And put it to 10.
Put it to 10. All right, is that it? Yeah.
Your input's 10.
Oh, okay, cool. Look what the length.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Okay, that color's getting lost. Jesus, all these colors getting lost. Okay, let's go with that. All right, cool. And then MACD I can kind of just see, but just so it's clear for everyone else. as Shiv calls it, squiggly line and squiggly line. I'm gonna make it thick as well. All right, boom. All right, cool. So let's look at GPAUD. Okay, so we're gonna look at the high and we're gonna look at the low. So GPAUD, let's come over here. And I'm guessing it's just gonna be a pullback, just like the other pairs are pulling back as well. Where's GA? All right, cool. Oh, snap. Okay. Okay, cool. So it's cleared these highs, so that's fine. Okay. So what we're not going to do is use any of these highs here as the previous high. We're going to go to the previous high over here, which is this high here. Okay. And what we're going to do, if you're doing this strategy, what we're going to do is you're going to go here, copy and paste this markup, this instructions. Also, Shiv, can you do me a favor, please? If you draw out the whole risk management, like 1 hour, 20 pips, all of that, and then I'll pin it to the chat so everyone can have access, remember where it is and kind of stuff.
No problem.
Thank you. Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do here. Okay, so what I'm doing here, let's mark the harmonic entry. So the harmonic entry was, oh Lord, why is it doing that? Harmonic entry was 8338. So let's come here. 8338. Okay, well, I was gonna call it entry. Okay, so this was the harmonic entry. Nothing wrong with it, but this was the harmonic entry. So now we're gonna zoom up to find the high and the low. Well, in this case, this would be the high. This would be the low. Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna draw the fib across that range. Okay, so from the high to the low, which is here. What do we see? Well, it's respecting the 78.6 as a floor, which is scary, right? So now I would even be looking to so let's go through this, right? So I'm gonna mark the 78.6, right? So let's mark this blue line. We're gonna make it blue. We're gonna take another horizontal ray. We're gonna mark the red line. We're gonna make it red. Okay. Let's delete this. And all we're gonna note, please, and again, just use like again as Abdul calls it, your human element. Okay. So what do you guys see here? It's using. Now this don't get me wrong. Actually, no, 1 hour. So okay, it's broken down now, but it looked like previously that it was doing this. And then it could go up to the 88%. And that's sometimes why we just have to be patient and wait. Okay. Now, again, like Shiv said, there's nothing wrong with being patient. Okay. So what do the rules say? If we go back to the rules, did I delete the rules? Oh, here we go. Okay, so we want to mark the zone between the harmonic entry and the closest fib, where in this case, it still is this area. Okay, so that's the area. Okay, so now we wait. Okay, what's price going to do? Is it going to sell back down below this area, in which case we jump in? Or is it going to go up to the 88%? We wait to find out. Okay, so that we got that marked up, and then we're going to look for an institutional candle. Okay, so what we're going to do is we've got a buy candle here and we got a sell candle here. So let's see, there's one here. I don't think that's good enough. So we can do that maybe. It's a really small one, but we can do it. So that's our institutional level that we're going to watch for the 88%. I would have liked to have a bigger candle, but that's actually the only candle that's here. So that's what we have to go with. Even if you go to 2 hour, it doesn't actually do much. So now we know, okay? So the second entry would be the small little gap between here. Whoops. Okay, cool. And guess what, guys? All we're going to do now is wait, okay? If this really does sell, okay? So I'm going to say this, right? I'm going to say this. If this really does sell below this area and it keeps selling, then we're going to take the trade, okay? Going to go to MetaTrader 4. You're going to go to GPAUD, and you're going to press sell by market. Now, after you press sell by market, you can modify, okay, this trade and add your stop loss and your take profit. More time, my risk management is 30 pips because you just want to be safe and want to give price room to breathe. And the TP, I tend to use Fibonacci 78.6 as my TP. So around about here, okay, that'll be my TP. So in this case, TP would be here. Now, I would refrain from entering this trade yet, to be honest with you, and I want to show you why. Until it breaks this area, because remember, the harmonic entry is also a level of resistance, in case you guys didn't know. So I need it for it to break here first before I enter. I don't care if I miss a few pips. I need it to break here first before I enter. As you can see here, this black line here, look over here, okay? What happened here? Price hit this black line, got pushed down. It broke up past that back line, yes, and then it got pushed down from this top entry, which is the 78.6, and then it fell. But this line still got respected, meaning if price doesn't break this level here and it respects it as now a floor, there's a chance it's going to go up first before it comes down. So you need to be patient and wait, okay? Because just because you have this, just because it's a red candle now does not mean it's going to be end as a red candle. This is an hour time frame. We have another 24 minutes before this closes, and then that will let us know if it's setting yes or no. Okay, so you just want to be patient. There's nothing wrong with just waiting. You don't have to get, I think everyone's too excited about getting pure entries that you don't feel like you can just miss a few pips. And there's nothing wrong with just missing a few pips. Okay, so you missed a few pips. You didn't get the pure entry, but you won the trade. Okay, so again, you just want to make sure that this sells first. And then again, if you win this trade, guys, even if you get in late, if you get in like here, you still got 156 pips. Now, let's look at the Harmonic Scanner with Shivonne's way of looking at it, okay? So this is a 15-minute time frame, okay? So for those of you that are doing Shivonne's way, look at this. The moving average is about to cross, right? So the red's about to be above the blue. So that's one confirmation done. And then as soon as you get this, the candles to come below the moving average, and it's now below the moving average. So now the moving average, let me change the color if we can't see this. I'll go with Shivonne one, blue. All right. So as soon as this comes below this moving average, it starts and closes below this moving average, and then you see a sell candle pushing away from here, that could be your entry. It doesn't have to be right on TradingView. Like, for example, that could be your entry. So I could enter here because I'm like, boom, it's closed, it's bang, it's past this entry now. Let's take it, okay? But if you want to use Shivonne's way of confirming it, go back to the Harmonic Scanner, wait for it to close below this level, and get in at the next sell candle once it's below this moving average and the red is above the blue. And then that's your second or fifth confirmation. We can even add that to the part of the list of the strategy if you want, okay? At the end of the day, no matter, both her way of giving it to you will give you a good entry. And again, if you're doing her way, you're going for 20 pips. But as she said, you may very well want to hold this trade too, okay? So you might just want to put your stop loss in and maybe just hold the trade for as long as you have your confirmations. So for as long as the red is above the blue, and for as long as the candles are, in this particular case, below the moving average, okay, you might want to hold that trade for as long as that rides, right? Okay, so this is GCAD. So I'm probably got, let's see what the 50-minute candle minute saying. So that sell is really, really good. It engulfed all of these candles here. So now it's cool. We're just gonna wait and see what happens, and then that might be our potential winning trade for the day. Okay.
And if they want to, okay, they can add that on their trading view, their moving average.
Okay, guys. So you heard Shivonne. So let me show you how to do that. So here you go. If you want to add it to your trading view, then I haven't added the indicators for so long. Which one? No, it's not that.
It's the F.
Thank you so much, because it's been a minute. Okay, cool. So moving averages. Okay, so let's do that. And then MACD. Actually, you know what? I might keep that on my chart. It's no harm. Wait, okay, I don't know what this is. I didn't mean to do that. So go to the F again, FX at the top. Type in moving average, and you click moving average. That's fine. I've got that ready. And you want to click MACD, and it's click the normal one, MACD. Okay, and then you should have both of them on here. Okay, and all we're gonna do is just do the same thing we did on Trading View, which is we're just gonna double click. You know, we're going to MACD fast length is 10, right? Shiv?
No, that all stays as default.
Okay, cool.
So this is actually quite decent on TradingView. You can see the lines very clear, but you can make them darker if you want to.
Oof, that's ugly. Okay, cool. Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay, cool. That's fine.
And then moving average 10.
Okay, cool. I want to move this down a bit. I don't need that taking up too much on my screen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. And moving average 10. And again, guys, this is recorded. This is recorded, so don't get lost. You're gonna have the recording. It's gonna be on YouTube today. Boom. There we go. Okay. Okay, ugly. All right, boom. So now you have exactly what we was talking about on TradingView, but you have it on your MACD. And then guess what? If you go to the save up here with the cloud, it's automatically saved. You never have to do this again. Okay, it's always going to be on your chart. So now even me, as someone who's consistently learning, I'm pretty much going to have this on my chart all the time, because now when you guys come into the calls and you want to know that, you know, have you got our confirmations or shit, we can call them now the Shiv confirmations if you want it, you know, you can call these the, you know, the read confirmations, you know, whatever you want to call it. But as soon as we get her confirmations and our confirmations that this is a good trade, then no one really should struggle with their trades. Now, if you figure out that you win most of your trades when you have our confirmations, let's say the 88% and the 78.6, but you also win most of your trades once you take your trade after you get Shivonne's confirmation as well, do that. Okay, and wherever you enter from, go for a 30 pip stop loss, right? Well, okay, if you're using Shiv strategy, then use Shiv's risk management, please. But if you're using my risk management, go for a 30 pip stop loss. And then obviously you can hold that trade for as long as you have Shiv's confirmations, which could be either down to here, TP1, the 78.6, or you can go for your 20 pips. It's up to you, okay? We really don't mind, nor do we care how long you hold it for. We just want you to make your percent. So again, if you're going to follow Shiv's way of it, you're going to wait for this to cross properly, right? So you're not going to get in before, you're going to wait for it to cross. And you're going to wait for this to obviously close below the moving average. For me, I like the setup. It looks pretty good to me. On a 1 hour time frame as well, it looks pretty good to me. I would definitely say for those of you using Shivonne's way of doing it, you may want to take these trades on the 15-minute time frame, because otherwise you'll be waiting for this to cross and you'll be waiting for this to get up here and then cross, and by then you pretty missed the move, or at least the beginning of it. Whereas on the 15-minute, you pretty much have a more detailed look at the market. That's just my personal view. Shivonne, correct me if I'm wrong. Because sometimes you can miss. If you want to catch the move at the very beginning, it's probably best to be on the 15-minute time frame now.
If I'm doing it on the hour from the scanner, I stick to the hour.
You stick to the hour, right?
Yes. If you drew on the hour, then oh no, if you're doing your strategy, it has to be 15-minute.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So if you're putting both of them together, then if you're using Shivonne's way of working it out, be on the 15-minute time frame and get your confirmations there. So as soon as it closes below and then closes below the moving average, and you get your cross down here, then take the sell, and then that can be your final confirmation that this is a good trade, and then take it down to the TP. Okay, and I'm going to be using this every day as well. And thank you, Shiv, so much for your contribution. And Shiv's going to be on our calls regularly now at 1 p.m. Not in the morning, but at 1 p.m. she's going to be here. And I'm also going to put this recording on YouTube so the whole gang has it, and you can rewatch this as many times as you like. Okay? With that being said, guys, enjoy your day, and let's see if